Good morning, students. I hope you all are well, healthy, and fit, and enjoying your holidays. In the last lecture, we discussed about the communicable disease. We discussed what are communicable disease, how they are spread through from one person to another person by different medium like through direct contact, through air, water, through infected equipment and all. So now in today's lecture, we will discuss about how we preventing its communicable disease. We prevent them by following some step. So let's start with the first one. The first one is clean water. Clean water means the water is not having any germs inside it. If there is no germs and microorganisms present in the water, then the water is clean water. And we should always drink clean water. Sometimes what happen, we are not having a clean water. We have a dirt water which is slightly dirt or some impurities there in the water. So how we pure that water? We can pure that impure water by boiling. By boiling, the most of the microorganism is killed because of heat. So boiling is a good process to pure the impure water. To pure the impure water, we can also use filtering. In filtering, what we use a good quality of filter paper and then pour water. Then the most of the dirt will remain in a filter paper and the clean water will obtain in a beaker or whatever we are using. So filtering is also a very good process to pure the impure water. The third is chlorination. In the chlorination, what we are doing, we are adding a one tablet of chlorine in a tap water. While adding the chlorine tablet kills the germs and microorganisms present in the water and it clean the water. Second step we should take to preventing communicable disease is good hygiene. For example, if there is any infected person in your house or in your locality, then we should minimize the contact with the infected person. Why? Because most of the disease can communicate or transferred from infected person to the healthy person through air, through contact, or through using their equipment. So we should always minimize the contact with the infected person. We should not meet unnecessary to the infected person. We should meet only when it's required. We should always cover our nose or mouth with a handkerchief while sneezing, because we know that while sneezing the most of the germs will coming out from our body, and when these germs will goes into the healthy person, then that healthy person will also get infected. This is what we already discussed in the last lecture. We should always cover our hands when we are coughing, because we already discussed while coughing the most of the germs is coming out from our mouth and it will goes into the air, and when the healthy person inhale the air, so that microorganisms is mixed in the air and it will goes into the healthy person. So this is our responsibility that we should cover our hand while we should cover our mouth while coughing. Okay, we should, and the one important thing, we should daily take, we should always wash our hands before eating or touching any food, because the most of the dirt or germs will remain in our hand. If we eating the food, then these germs is mixed with the food and it will enter into our body, and these germs will get infected our body. So this is important that we should always wash our hands by using soap or liquid soap or by sanitizer, because they both kills the most percent of bacteria and microorganisms from our hands. Okay, and the next is daily bath. And we should always wear clean clothes, because when we go out and we are not taking a bath regularly, then most of the microorganisms will remain in our body, and if they remain in our body for a longer period of time, then they start infected the body. So it is mandatory and it is important that we should take a daily bath and wear clean clothes. So, in the good hygiene, what we have to do is minimize the contact with the infected persons. Always cover your nose or mouth with a handkerchief while sneezing or coughing. Always wash your hands before eating or touching food. Bath daily and wear clean clothes. Now let's move to the third step we should take to preventing communicable disease is preventing breeding of mosquitoes and flies. We know the mosquitoes breed in stagnant water. Stagnant water is this water when the water remains in a bucket or in a cooler for a longer period of time, then we should put a few drops of kerosene in still water or stagnant water to prevent mosquitoes from laying eggs. Because in the last lecture we discussed that the mosquitoes and flies are those animals that carry germs from infected person to the healthy person. As we know that flies need dirt and garbage to breed upon, so we should not litter, because if we keeping our area clean, dirt free, then these flies will not affected and these flies will be gone from that area. So that's how we make our area and our body healthy and preventing ourselves from mosquitoes and flies. And the next is vaccination. Vaccination means taking some medicine in our body through injection. They provide us and helps us in building immunity. Immunity means they are makes our body strong and which helps our body to fight against diseases. Regular vaccination against diseases like full flu, cholera, tuberculosis, etc. help in keeping us guarded against them. Just because of vaccination, it they provides us immunity, and because of that immunity, we are remains unaffected by these following diseases like flu, cholera, tuberculosis, etc. So today what we learned? We learned the preventing of communicable diseases. The following step, what we have to follow the following step is vaccination, preventing breeding of mosquitoes and flies, good hygiene, follow good hygiene, always drink clean water. These are the steps that we should follow to preventing communicable disease. Hope you all are understand today's topic. I will give you a one worksheet and you have to complete that worksheet in your previous year science notebook. Okay? Thank you. And thank you.